Hey everyone, it's Carly again from Baker Hunt Art and Cultural Center. I'm bringing you another video through support of the Charles H. Dater Foundation, and I have two books for you today. These are both illustrated by Jan Brett. The first one, Owl and the Pussycat, was written by Edward Lear. The poem is written by Edward Lear in 1871. And Jan Brett decided to take the poetry and do her own gorgeous, detailed, intricate illustrations that you'll see when we read the book. So she took the poem and illustrated this one. The Mitten, she wrote the story and illustrated it based on a Ukrainian folktale. So these are a lot of fun. And if you have never seen Jan Brett's books before, she has the main story in the book, but if you look very closely, sometimes on the sides or sometimes on the bottoms of the pages, she will have a second story going on. No words, just a secret little story between you and the pictures. So as we read these books, I'm going to come behind the camera and get very, very close so that you can really see these illustrations and really look at those. Look at the main pictures, but also look at the second story because it's a lot of fun. So in this one, I'll give you a hint. Check out the bottom, check out the water. There's fish, and you're gonna meet a new fish on almost every page with a surprise ending. In the Mitten, there's sort of a forewarning told in the side panels. You'll get a little bit of a clue for what's coming on the next page. So I'll see if I can get really close and show you guys these pictures. All right. The Owl and the Pussycat, written by Edward Lear, illustrated by Jan Brett. There goes the owl for Leah. And there's the owl with his pussycat love. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh, pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, you are, you are. What a beautiful pussy you are. Pussy said to the owl, you elegant fowl, how charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married, too long we have tarried, but what shall we do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bong tree grows. And there in a wood a piggywig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose, his nose, his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell for 1 shilling your ring? Said the piggy. I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lives on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a runcible spoon. And hand in hand on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon, the moon, the moon. They danced by the light of the moon. Check out those fish. The end. I love that story. It's a nonsensical poem from Edward Lear. All right. Here is The Mitten, written and illustrated by Jan Brett. A Ukrainian folktale. So there's Nicky, our little boy. He sees some snow and runs outside. Once there was a boy named Nicky. He wanted mittens as white as snow. If you drop a white mitten in the snow, it will be hard to find, his grandmother told him. But Nicky wanted snow white mittens so much that Baba made them for him. When she finished knitting, Nicky put on the mittens and went out to play. It wasn't long before one mitten fell off. A little mole found it and crawled inside. It was just the right size, so he decided to stay. A rabbit came hopping by. He wiggled in next to the mole. A hedgehog wanted to get warm. The mole and the rabbit made room for him. The owl didn't want to be left out, so the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog had to move over. The little mitten was getting crowded. A badger looked out of his house and saw the mitten. He climbed right in. It started to snow, so a fox pushed his way in and made himself right at home. Then a big bear sniffed at the mitten. The animals were packed in tight, but the bear didn't care. He crawled in anyway. The mitten was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Then a tiny mouse squeezed in and perched herself on the big bear's nose. The mouse's whiskers tickled the bear's nose. Ah! Ah! Ka-choo! The bear sneezed. All the animals flew out of the mitten. Nicky saw his mitten sail up into the air. From the window, Baba watched Nicky catch his mitten. "See, Baba," he called to her, "I have both my mittens." And Baba smiled. And there she is with one stretched out mitten and one normal mitten. The end. Thank you guys so much for reading with me again today. I love Jan Brett. I love her books and her illustrations. You can just look at them over and over and over again and always see something new. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Like Baker Hunt on Facebook, follow it. Like it on Instagram and follow it. And as always, stay safe and stay creative. Thanks.